Hello friends, you're watching India Today Tech, and in this video we're going to unbox the Samsung Galaxy S9. We have the 64GB variant with us and it's the India unit. So let's quickly check the price of the device. It's written 70,000, but of course the pricing of Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus in India is 64,900 for the 64GB variant, and there will be a 256GB variant as well that is priced at 72,900. So the pricing is very similar to the iPhone 8 Plus, and as you get 64GB variant of that for a similar price tag, and you get Pixel 2 XL right now at 62,000 rupees approximately in India. So let's quickly take the phone out of the box. So guys, this is the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. First up, you get a case in the box with some paperwork. Let's quickly pull it out and see what's inside. So there's a quick start guide, and here is the SAR information, which is 0.211 watt per kg. The maximum limit, I should tell you, is 1.6 watt per kg, so that is well within the limits. Next, there is a SIM ejector tool as well, and I'm going to pull it out and show you the SIM card slots on the S9 Plus. And here is the S9 Plus itself, and this is the coral blue color guys. It will be available in 3 colors: black, coral blue and lilac purple. So this is the major upgrade to the S9 Plus. The cameras, not only the primary camera has better specs now, but there is a secondary camera, and you will get this only on the S9 Plus. The S9 has a single camera, and we'll talk more about this. First, quickly let's turn on the phone. Compared to the S8 Plus, I certainly feel the S9 to be a little heavier, and while the design is more or less the same, but there is a better in-hand feel now to the device, thanks to a slightly heavier weight, and the fact that the glass at the back doesn't seem very fragile. It's slightly thick glass. It's surely a 2.5D Corning, and there's Gorilla Glass both at the front and the back, so that is a great thing about it. But apart from that, it surely feels a little more rugged in the hands. It is or it is not, that's a different question altogether. So let's quickly set up the device. So to make the S9 Plus more secure, Samsung has put both the iris scan and the face unlock together, and they work together on S9 Plus, which means that when you are trying to unlock the phone, both of them will work together to unlock the device. We are sitting in a good light environment, so the unlocking is not a hassle right now. It's definitely a little slow compared to the devices like OnePlus 5T, but then if we compare the security level, it's definitely better than that on the OnePlus 5T, especially when the phone has clubbed both the iris and the face unlock into one consolidated lock. Another design change is the fingerprint scanner is now placed below the camera. It was placed here on the S8 Plus, which made it very difficult to reach, and now that it has been placed here, I see that it is quite a dynamic sensor. Even if I place this part of my finger on the sensor, it really works. So it's not only that you have to place your fingertip on the sensor, you can place your finger comfortably on the sensor and it will work, which is a great thing. Now what's different on the India variant is that we get a hybrid SIM slot as well. So there are 2 slots on the tray. One can be used to add a SIM, and second can be used to either add a SIM 2 or expand the storage using a micro SD card, which is probably the reason Samsung has not launched the 128GB variant in India. We get only 64 and 256GB variants. Okay, so we'll come back to the phone and take a look at the software, but first let's take a look at the other box contents. First up is the USB connector, which if you plug it onto the phone will allow you to attach a pen drive to the device. Next there is the charger that has a 2 ampere of output rating, and it's a fast charger of course. Then we have a type C USB cable, which is good in length and quality. And then there are the AKG headphones you get with the device. On its control panel there are volume keys and a microphone. So the S9 Plus guys looks for most part the same to me. The design is similar and the interface as well is similar, so you can't really tell the difference, but there is a lot of difference underneath. You get a new chipset and there's 6 GB of RAM on board compared to 4 GB on the S9 and the previous S devices. But as for the interface, it looks very similar. It's the Experience UI, but it's now built on the Android Oreo, which is the next version of the Android Nougat. But you'll see that there are no major changes in the interface. You get an app drawer and you get a drop down menu which has all the options for toggles. There is the settings menu where you can do most of your stuff, and that has the typical Samsung icons to it and the typical Samsung layout. It's not really as it's not the same as the Oreo, but yes, the features are very much similar. Regarding the hardware part, you get dual speakers now. There is a speaker placed underneath the earpiece as well, so this acts as a dual speaker setup, and you get a stereo output on the device. So the display on the S9 Plus is one of its major USPs. It is a Super AMOLED panel with Quad HD Plus resolution, and Samsung says that it's 15% brighter compared to the S8 and the S8 Plus. We are running a 4K video, and as you can see, the colors on the panel are quite nice, and in fact Samsung is known for making great displays, and S9 Plus comes with its best display that the company has ever made. The color reproduction on the device is amazing, and the viewing angles are also quite good, which gives you great viewing experience. And now that the phone comes with dual stereo speakers, the sound on the phone is also quite nice. Now let's move on to the cameras. After Note 8, it is the only Samsung phone to have dual cameras, but there are a lot of new features on the S9 Plus that weren't even present on the S8 Plus as well. The primary sensor has 1.4 micropixel of pixel size, and it has face detection autofocus as well, which means that the autofocus is very fast. But the major highlight is the dual aperture mode, which means that you can change the aperture of the phone from 1.5 to 2.4, and you can do this in manual mode as well. As you can see, the aperture is 1.5 right now, and as soon as I touch the button, it becomes 2.4. So this is the f1.5 photo, and this is the f2.4. Other cameras can also adjust to low light, but that happens by increasing the ISO or increasing or decreasing the shutter speed. But as you saw, we kept both of these things same on the S9, and we only switched the aperture. There's also a super slow motion mode now that allows you to capture fast moving objects and slow them down. The other modes on the camera include a live focus mode that takes into account the dual camera and gives you a background blur, which is similar to the portrait mode on the iPhone. Then there is the AR emoji that allows you to put emoticons or stickers, and it will allow you to create emojis like it was with the iPhone 10, but I see the feature is not that great. So in this emoji I'm trying to recreate the wow word, but as you can see, the emoji doesn't do justice to it. There's also a create my emoji mode, which takes your photo and converts your face into an avatar. Let's see how this works out on the S9. This is a new feature, and it's going to come on the S8 and the S8 Plus when it gets Oreo. But this is how it recreates my face, and it's definitely not how I look. So this is the Galaxy S9 guys. We'll be doing a full review of the phone. I see it has already started to heat up a little. So we'll be talking all about the phone and our user experience of it, in the coming days. So be sure to check those videos out. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Also, if you've liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.